This sheep has a piece of wood in his leg. Sounds strange? Maybe. But let's have a closer look. Bone is a piece of hard, solid and living element, which also has some holes inside. This is now being replaced by a hard, solid and living element that also has some holes inside. If you look even closer, you will find astonishing similarities in the microstructure of the bone and the wood. Before the piece of wood can be implanted and replace a bone, it needs to change. But how do they do that?
At the Institute of Science and Technology for Ceramics in Faenza, Italy, Simona places the wood in a special oven. This experiment is part of the European research project TEM-PLANT. The wood heats up, and 8 hours later, it is turned into charcoal.
Now you could repeat this many times and eventually have a barbecue. But scientists have something else in mind with the charcoal. They like to look at it under a microscope, and it now looks even more like a bone. But the charcoal is black and the bone is white. Scientists are not so concerned with the colour, but with the chemistry of their sample. The charcoal is made of carbon molecules, and the real bone is mainly made of calcium.
The European team of scientists now want to change the chemistry of their sample, and this means they need to change it molecule by molecule.
The method they use is called nanotechnology.
Nano is Greek and means dwarf. If this garden gnome was only 1 nanometer tall, you could fit sextillion of them, or 1 with 21 zeros behind it, into a dice.
In the world of nanotechnology, the scientists can change even the smallest structures. And here, with the right pressure, temperature and chemicals, they can change the molecules of the probe one by one, changing an entire piece of charcoal to a calcium-based probe. But why do they do that? What's the point? Some people have some very nasty diseases, when their bones simply disintegrate and they cannot walk anymore. Some then need a bone replacement. In the future, these new wooden bones could provide the perfect substitute.
The team of European scientists still needs to investigate how these sheep are coping with the wooden bones. Only once they are sure that the new material is safe to implant, clinical trials on human beings can start. When will this happen? No one knows for sure, but it will probably take many years before the first human will receive a wooden bone implant.